Now, Flipkart, they've got this service called Minutes. And the thing is, when you open the app, you're greeted with electronics deals, not groceries. Seems a little counterintuitive, doesn't it?
Well, think about it this way. Electronics, they have a way higher profit margins than, say, a bag of rice. And the average order value. Much higher, too. So financially, it makes sense for Flipkart to put electronics front and center in their quick commerce strategy. Smart move to maximize revenue and maybe grab a bigger piece of the pie, right?
So it's not just about speed. It's about thinking long-term and owning a high-value market. And Flipkart isn't messing around either. They already live in 3 major cities. They're planning to expand to 10 by February. And they want a crazy 400 dark stores running by March.
Yeah, that expansion, it's a statement for sure. But here's where it gets interesting. Flipkart's biggest competition might not be another quick commerce app. It might be Big Basket. They teamed up with Chroma, India's second largest electronics retailer.
Right, Big Basket and Chroma. A real power couple in the making, you could say.
Exactly. Big Basket's got 400 dark stores already and a super efficient delivery system thanks to their, grocery delivery experience. Chroma.
You can see the potential. Electronics already make up almost half of Minutes' gross merchandise value, and that was just in November.
Oh yeah, that's a sign for sure. This market, ripe for disruption. But don't count Flipkart out just yet. They've got their own advantages. They're India's largest e-tailer after all. They got a killer logistics network. And they know the online retail game like the back of their hand. Not to mention they spent years building strong relationships with all those electronics brands, something their competitors are still working on.
You know, I read this quote from an analyst that really got me thinking. They said, electronics being expanded to deliver quickly won't happen through any quick commerce company. It's the e-commerce players who will eventually reduce the delivery time. Makes you wonder, right? Are Flipkart and companies like Amazon, with all their infrastructure, are they just destined to rule this space?
It's a great point. They already figured out large-scale electronics delivery, haven't they? But eventually, if they want to really capture this market, they're going to have to tackle installation head-on.
And for Flipkart, this isn't just some little side project. Electronics are huge for them. Almost 40% of their total merchandise value comes from electronics. They can't afford to just let competitors take that away from them.
Yeah, exactly. That's why Flipkart CEO, Kalyan Krishnamurthy, he's really involved in this whole thing. He even set a big goal for Minutes. Over $80 million in merchandise value by March 2025. That's a serious commitment right there.
Oh yeah, they're definitely in it to win it. But what about after the sale? What if that new blender you ordered shows up broken? Or your fancy new TV starts acting up a week later?
Ugh, that's the big question, isn't it? Post-sales service. And it's something both Flipkart and Big Basket Chroma are working on. Chroma, for example, they already offer same-day installation sometimes. They use their own teams or they work with other vendors. Flipkart, well, they bought Jeeves a while back. They're an after-sales service company. And Flipkart is also working with Shadowfax for installations and deliveries.
So they're both putting in the effort to make sure the customer experience is smooth, even after the delivery guy leaves. But what about returns and exchanges? Electronics are expensive. People want to know they can return something if it's not right.
Right, and the policies around all that are still kind of up in the air. With quick commerce, I mean. Flipkart and Chroma, they both offer returns, replacements, the whole 9 yards, which is good. But some of those other quick commerce players like Blinkit, Swiggy Instamart, Zepto, Tier 2 and Night of 3 cities, those are the smaller, fast-growing urban areas. For people in those cities, EMIs make those big purchases,
Yeah.
Refrigerators, washing machines, even fancy smartphones, they make them much more affordable.
So for someone who might not have a ton of cash just sitting around, EMIs let them spread those payments out over time. It's like a way to get those things they want but couldn't normally afford, right?
Exactly. One analyst even said, and I'm paraphrasing here, until they figure out affordability, the whole pre-purchase experience, payment options, discounts, all that stuff, it's going to be tough for them to make a real dent in the market.
It's not an easy game, is it? Seems like speed isn't enough to win. You have to understand how people shop, what they need, and give them an experience that goes beyond just fast delivery.
You got it. It's about building trust, offering those flexible financing options, and making sure everything after the sale is smooth and reliable.